Hello and welcome to the weather briefing for the week of January 30th, 2014. This briefing brought to you by the National Weather Service in Riverton. Well, we've had a snowy period out west. Here's a shot from out in Star Valley Ranch where they had around 10 inches of snow, some spots as high as a foot around Alpine and Moose and into the mountain areas where we saw up to 18 inches in the Salt and Wyoming ranges. So a pretty good storm system out west after a few weeks of dry weather. Well, as we take a look at the week at a glance forecast, bottom line, it's going to be colder. That's the big word. There will be some snow off and on at times. You can kind of take a look here at the day-by-day chart here. But overall, the big word again will be cold. We'll see temperatures for highs below normal, in some cases 15 to 20 degrees below normal by the time we get into the middle of next week. So take a look at your favorite day, see if it meets your needs. And after that, if you're happy with that chart, you can tune out. If you'd like to stay in for the duration of the show, we'll get more into the details of each day as we go along. So we'll start with Thursday night. Looks like we'll have a period of light snow east of the Continental Divide as a boundary is pushed through the eastern part of the state. That's going to provide a little bit of upslope flow. Looks like a period of some light snow through Thursday evening, and then turning drier as we head towards sunrise Friday. So Friday looks to be a day for drying out really across most of the area. The bulk of the moisture is going to be south of our state over Utah and Colorado, where they've also posted some winter storm warnings down in those areas. As we take a look at Saturday, there is some light snow possible as this low pressure system up over southern Canada swings another cold front south through the state, providing again some upslope flow and upslope snow east of the Continental Divide. It looks like primarily Saturday afternoon, but either way, it also has the potential to bring some very light snow again back to the western mountains of Wyoming in this northwest flow pattern as this system swings across the area. And it will bring us a reinforcing shot of cold air with temperatures 10 to 15 degrees below normal for Saturday. Also, we won't have the sunshine out on Saturday, so that's going to limit the ability for us to heat up Saturday afternoon. So as we move towards Sunday now, we start to watch this next low that begins to get positioned over southern Canada. We'll talk about that as we move into next week. Meanwhile, off the coast, low pressure kind of wrapping up the good part of the precipitation just along and off the west coast. Meanwhile, dry west to northwest flow across Wyoming. So that Sunday looks to be the break day in terms of precipitation. No real wind or snow concerns at all. However, we can notice here on our map these blue and purple colors indicating the colder air begins to sag south. Our warm air way down here over northern Old Mexico. The precipitation indicated here by these blue and purple images behind the low pressure system. So the upper level flow is running parallel to these lines. So Sunday looks to be kind of a dry northwest flow day, just cold. Tuesday now it gets a little more interesting. We can see the precipitation again, kind of this precipitation image from one of our forecast models indicating another surge across the area on Tuesday. There could be a light or a weak boundary that produces some light snow along and east of the Continental Divide. Also again some snow possibly out west. Nothing too exciting, it doesn't appear to be, where we saw what we experienced this week, but nonetheless still some light snow for Tuesday. The bigger issue again is going to be that much colder air that surges south across the state. For Wednesday, remains unseasonably cold. Very cold air stays in place. Now we see that low pressure system over Ontario. It starts to wrap another low back here over Alberta. Question is, where is that going to move towards the end of the week? Could dive off to our southwest, which may be could be a favorable location for us to see additional snow late in the week. But right now, with that system kind of pinwheeling around this larger upper low in Ontario, that'll push colder air south and kind of keep it in place, not just across Montana and Wyoming, but even farther to the west. So some colder temperatures for areas that have been fairly mild the last few weeks. So we'll stay tuned to see what happens with this next low as it begins to move to the south, probably Wednesday night, Thursday, and then into Friday. We'll stay tuned to see what happens there. So again, temperatures at a glance, our normal highs anywhere from about 26, 27 up to 35. For most areas, this would be Casper at this end of the spectrum, places like Big Piney at the southern end of that spectrum. But notice again, most places remaining well below normal especially as we get into next week, where we just see temperatures kind of level off and even drop as we head towards Wednesday. So not the warmest week of the winter, but at least at this point, doesn't look like there's any big snowstorms on the horizon as well. Our early February outlook, this should begin to look fairly familiar to a lot of our longtime watchers. As you can see, this persistent area of below normal temperatures for the period February 7th through the 13th, as this jet stream kind of dips down across the central United States. Wyoming may catch a part of that. We can tell as we've been watching the last few slides that cold air looks to push back even into places like northern Idaho and eastern Washington. So looks like a colder period, at least to begin, that the 7th to the 13th period, with the only remaining warm places down across Florida and also the desert southwest. Precipitation-wise, above normal chances of precipitation across most of the northwest United States. Again, not one of our wetter months of the year or periods of the year, but again, nonetheless, still looking at seeing some precipitation above normal. We thank you for watching. If you haven't checked out our webcams page, you can do so here on our main page. Just click on this webcams link. That'll take you so that you can go by route view of the webcams across the state. There's some additional links across the top to look at some of the other webcams available out there, but this is a great way to view the entire route that you wish to travel. So we encourage you to check that out, and we'll look forward to visiting with you next Thursday. Have a good week.